Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dance. We have to wipe the stuff off you from drooling, get you a little helmet, and put you on the bus, that little short bus in the morning.
After Sean kicks his ass, we're gonna flip the AB upside down and then
I'm sure that after this fight, there's gonna be a lot of people have a lot of things to say about him. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Hey, King.
After the fight, yes.
It looked like he been listening to you on Dante's Boxing Nation, All Access, Adrian Broner. You know, he talking about the whip you driving, and he just talking about all this stuff.
But he must do some investigating, because I don't talk about my things. I don't speak on things. So he must have been really putting some time and energy into finding out, hey, what bank they use, and you know where. He must have got that for Floyd, because I see Floyd at the bank. Floyd stands right next to me.
So y'all have ran into each other at the bank.
I seen Floyd at the bank. Yeah, I seen Floyd, and Floyd get out of his line to come over there and say hello to me, and it's basically like, hey man, keep your son away from me. I don't want none of that bullshit. Don't bring him over here. And then he come up with a little intelligent idea. I'm gonna put AB in there with him and see how AB do with him. But you know, at the end of the day, he gonna still have to deal. AB gonna have to deal with Sean, and then after we handle him, then we coming for the big brother. It's as simple as that. And I really look forward to Sean doing the things he's doing, not just only in this fight, but in preparation for the next fight.
Now, I mean, what do you think about the fact that Adrian Broner, first he said, you know, he wasn't going to talk trash, he wasn't going to say anything. Yeah. Something triggered him, obviously.
Oh, he's terrified.
Came out of nowhere.
He's nervous. He's afraid. And he knows that he's going to have to deal with some serious stuff on Saturday night. So he tried to take away the attention from having to deal with Sean and look Sean in the eyes and have to deal with it and try to deflect it by throwing it on me. The problem with that is you saying the things you're saying to me and the way you're saying them, then I had to come back with the real. And as I did the math, I was just sitting there and I did the math. I'm like, okay, if you paying taxes, that's 40%. If you paying your manager, that's 20%, that's 60. If you paying your trainer, that's 10%, that's 70%. Okay, that's leaving you 30%, but your first baby getting 15%. That brings you back down to 15%. Now each baby after that is getting 10%, and you got 5. As I count that up, that puts you about 5 to 10% in the negative. So then, you know, you have to call up and ask for an advance on the fight. And then after that happens so many times, then you come into a situation where, you know what, they're not giving you no more advances, and they tell you, you know what, you're going to fight this killer over here, or you're not getting anything. And that's the situation he's in. That's why he's forced to fight. AB means absolutely broke. That's why he's forced to fight. Nobody can get around that. And if you're not paying your taxes, then you got a little bit more money, but I see you throwing it around all over the place. But if you're not paying them, you got a little bit more money, but you're getting those penalties from the government. That's coming back on you sooner or later. It ain't gonna be good.
Now, you sure you don't want to help him out and be his accountant?
No, I don't want to help him out and be his accountant, because my accountant's coming here and we paying our taxes quarterly, every 3 months, or every 4 months like we should be, and we are not going to have no situations. And Sean don't have no babies to have to take care of, and yes, he does live at home with me, but guess what? The house is paid for, and he don't have to pay no rent or no bills. Lucky motors, something, whatever you want to. He lucky. He know he's lucky.
Shut your mouth.
He's very lucky.
How damaging will this be for Adrian Broner if he loses this fight after all the talk and everything? Can he come back psychologically from a loss like this?
He can come back, but he gonna have the same situation. He still ain't paying his taxes. He still got all these babies he got to take care of, and he still got these spending habits. So he's still gonna have the same. He ain't gonna ever be able to get out of this hole he's dug himself.
So
because it's the truth, and there's no reason to go back and forth with him about anything. But the things he said today, I had to let him know, you know what, if you really want to, you really feel that way, you can come a little bit closer and express yourself in a way that everybody will understand. You really mean what you say, and you're saying what you mean, but he didn't want to do that.
What's Adrian Broner's biggest flaw?
Probably his lifestyle. Yeah, there's talent there, but his lifestyle deletes and depletes and takes away from everything. It's just a subtraction. You know, anything he gains, he subtracts from it, just being himself with his lifestyle, you know.
But nothing inside the ring, like you don't see him making the same mistake in every fight? Is there something particular inside the ring?
You know what? We'll have to deal with that inside the ring on Saturday night, and we'll be able to say what it was after the fight. I told myself I was going to sit down and study him more, but every time I sat down, I saw the same bullshit. And I didn't see a guy that was committing to a jab. I didn't see a guy that was committing to a right hand. So you're not going to be able to stop this kid from coming after you. I didn't see a guy that showed me he's ready to fight this kind of fight. He should have stayed in lower weight classes. I mean, if you're going to run Saturday night, I don't know how long you're going to be able to do that before we cut that ring off and we cut you down. So, if you're going to hold, we prepare for that as well. So we coming.
Speaking of weight, this is the last thing, Kenny.
Yeah.
Speaking of weight, we know this is at a catch weight. Do you think fighting at a catch weight is a situation where you really don't know if you're 100% till you actually get in the ring, or you know for sure with the preparation?
We know we are because we've been able to spar at these weights. We've been able to work hard at these weights. You saw the kind of power the kid had yesterday at this weight. And, of course, on fight night, he's going to be a little bit better prepared because he'll have more fluids in him. He'll have more food in him. He'll have rest. He's rested up this entire week. So, I'm not concerned about anything. I know what I've gotten out of him every time. Adrian's not better than Kell Brook. Adrian's not better than Devin Alexander. He ain't better than Marcos Maidana. And Devin Alexander beat Marcos Maidana. He's not better than Paulie Malignaggi. That was a close situation. And we know what happened with Sean and Paulie Malignaggi. So Saturday night, everybody's got to show and prove what they're going to do. Sean's got to bring his game. Adrian's got to bring his, and they're going to figure it out from there.